Ooh.
Yeah!
Turtles like Twinkies, no, it's new. Turtles like Twinkies. Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, welcome to Toy Boys. You might notice something a little different from our appearance tonight. I've had a haircut.
Looking good.
Yeah.
You're looking really good.
We're starting off with Ninja Turtles, obviously. What's this about?
I do like dressing up.
Yeah, it does look good. Before we get into it, our graphics department was, they saw the green suit and they just want to see what they can do with the CGI, so let's see what that looks like. I'm sure it looks great. Starting with Turtles. Okay, I'm pumped. I can talk about this for the whole episode. I don't know where to start. Do you want to start with the comics?
Yeah, comics first.
Okay.
Eastman led comics set up in the basement of the uncle's house or something in, we'll say Seattle because I can't remember.
Go-to's always Seattle.
Yeah, they distributed in small runs. They sold out, they produced more, and eventually picked up by a TV company. And really, with the TV cartoon and the figures in 1988.
Changed kind of the direction from the comics, didn't they?
Yeah.
Comics were violent.
Yeah.
Comics were violent. Like in the cartoons, they're all eating pizza and everything, whereas in the violets, they're like, oh, you're a villain, I stab you.
There's prostitutes in it.
like every good comic has. No, but I don't read a lot of comics, but the Ninja Turtle ones I did read from the originals, they're just violent.
Yeah,
they're all wearing the red masks, they all match, they were just gritty and just stabby. Cartoons were good. Cartoons weren't bad.
Right. Let's just clarify this straight away. There's this thing. Margaret Thatcher banned ninjas, so we couldn't have Ninja Turtles in the UK. I think they were banned in the UK to be used in children's toys and stuff until 2004, something like that.
Thanks, Thatcher.
Cowabunga.
No, wait. And this, like, on the first day that I met Johnny. You itchy? You alright?
You up?
Don't fall off.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
First day I met Johnny, come into the toy shop and I see this one right here, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, unpunched. And I think one of our first interchanges I insulted him because I looked at it and I said, ugh, is this a Mexican knockoff or something? That's the noise that you were... It's not, because obviously, it's like you said, back then you couldn't say the word ninja in England. It was too violent. So they had to change the theme song of the TV show, all the toys. So obviously, if you've got a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle carded, hang on to it, because they're worth... There's just anything that
we
just
get a
is
lot
rare.
of we get a lot of Americans. We are based in a tourist attraction that gets on an average day 22,000 through here. It's busy.
Yeah.
And when the Americans come through and they see the hero card, it blows their mind because it's assumed that they are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Dude,
Turtles. There's two turtles here.
The Wolfman.
The Wolfman's awesome.
So, from what I understand, when Playmates made the toys, they had a deal with Eastman and Laird that every time you designed a turtle, if it was produced, you would get a percentage of the toy.
Right.
So that's why
That's an incentive, isn't it?
there's millions of different, like,
There's...
cowboys, Indians.
This is just another huge example.
Right.
Where is it? There it is. See, this is an American parachuting soldier Ninja Turtle.
Wicked.
They're awesome, but it's just another thing of just like, we can make anything we want. And like, yeah, a werewolf. Universal Monsters
But it's
Ninja Turtles.
licensed, it's under license.
Oh, it's yeah,
lovely.
they're all legit, but this is just, they just ran with it. They're like, oh, we'll make whatever we want. I do want to mention these guys. Now, I know we usually stick to vintage, retro kind of thing.
Because
but-
we're old.
Yeah, old school. But NECA they're really good at making these. They're really good quality for what you pay for them. But they brought out this line of Ninja Turtles based off the original movie. And I just,
like that,
I think they're great. They just look so cool.
But the film, I loved the way the original films did the turtles.
Yeah. The original film was good. Jim Henson did them. And another person who had trouble with the violence in it. It's a Ninja Turtles movie, but he almost took his name off it. Same with the actress who played April O'Neil in the first one.
Yeah.
She's not in the second one just because she complained so much, saying it was too violent. It's like, it's a Ninja Turtles movie. But that's why in the sequel, they don't use their weapons. If you watch it anytime soon, all the weapons are and they're just fighting without them. They were in a net at one point. How do we get out of it? They've all got knives. But yeah, that sort of really let me down. They were like, the second one was just really G-rated Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You know, I was like 10 and I wanted more blood. Cool thing about the original movie is I think it's only Raphael that is in the costume and actually does the voice as well. Everyone else has a different actor and does a different voice.
Okay.
But every actor who's in the suit is actually in the movie as well. So the scene where Michelangelo is getting the pizza delivered,
Yep.
it's actually him delivering the pizza.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the bit where
good.
Raphael gets almost hit by a cab and rolls over the top of it, the passenger is Raphael.
You love turtles.
I do. It's great. They're all in it. Like, there's a gang member, which is like Leonardo, and Donatello's, I think, one of the foot soldiers in the sort of subway scene. They're awesome.
That's genius.
Yeah, it's really cool. What I was, I got really annoyed about this. In the sequel, which I think I remember better, just because I saw it more as a kid, it was TGRI, and then I bought this NECA one, and I got this, and it's TCRI. And I almost wrote a nasty email. But in the original movie, it is TCRI. I don't know why they changed it.
Can I get out this suit? No, I'm
Yeah,
done.
okay. Get out. Can you get out of the suit?
Can you zip
Oh.
it down? Like I
Yeah. Here we go. Ah, that was satisfying.
You don't want to wear this costume in Camden, let me tell you. You get some funny looks even down here. We're opposite the sex shop, I'm just saying.
Johnny wanted to promote the shop today, so he said, I'm going to go up in this costume with the sign and have a bit of a dance. And I went up and filmed him having a bit of a dance. Johnny saw the footage, wasn't happy with it, and said, we're not showing it on the show. But I'm in charge of editing, so... Have a dance. Get into it.
I sweated everywhere.
That was cool. Someone who got screwed on the Ninja Turtles was Corey Feldman, because the Ninja Turtles was an independent movie. It's like, it was the highest grossing independent movie of all time. And Corey Feldman did the voice of Donatello, and they said, oh, $1,500? And he was like, yeah, all right. This will be a straight to video, crappy, it made like 64 million in its opening weekend or
I
something
remember buying
stupid.
the single, man.
The what?
The single.
Oh, right, yeah.
The vinyl.
On vinyl, yeah, you're showing your age. And obviously in Ninja Turtles 2, Vanilla Ice, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
The Secret of the Ooze. Yeah. I met Vanilla Ice once, and he was coming back from his concert, it was for a work thing, and he said, my area was overflowing. There were people trying to get in, like stepping on each other. And I said, well, didn't you expect that? And he goes, yeah, Because on one hand, yes, because I'm Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, no, because I'm Vanilla Ice. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Um,
I think he collects toys as well.
yeah, he does. Oh, Vinny, give us a call. We'll do lunch. I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I'm bored with Ninja Turtles.
Next.
What are we doing?
Can I do the Doctor then?
Yeah, okay. You won't hear much from me on this because I...
No. This is a TARDIS. Now, we're going to assume that, you know, I said to him last week, didn't I, say, do a bit of a research.
Do your homework.
To help a little bit.
Yep.
Doctor Who is the longest running sci-fi in the world.
I couldn't believe how long it had been going. I thought it was just...
Yeah.
The 60s? Is
Yeah,
it 60s? 60s.
Well, it's had loads of different doctors. Each generation, whether it be my parents, my sisters, my sister's kids, they each have their own doctor.
Yeah. It's like Batman. Who is Batman for you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
88 all the way.
Yes. Keaton.
Now, I love the toys because, well, it wasn't exported to the world terribly big, really.
Well,
The Daleks, there's Peter Cushing's film. So there's a film in the late 60s with Peter Cushing, and it's called The Dalek Invasion of Earth. There's a Dalek film, yours like the toys from the 60s toys, they look nothing like a Dalek.
Okay.
The toys are rubbish, really, but they're very cool.
and they're from the movie.
Well, they were just production Daleks from the 60s, made by Marx.
Okay.
Marx made great toys, really good toys.
And the movie had Peter Cushing. Dude.
Yeah,
Awesome.
as a Doctor.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This one, if you've seen Big Bang, on Big Bang they use an Enterprise, Mego Enterprise transporter.
Okay.
We saw the Mego figures in our last episode, go back and watch that, it's very good. He was
It
funny.
is really good.
This is the same type of thing where you kind of spin the top, and by pressing the button on the top, the figure inside disappears.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Sheldon breaks it on the show. But it's exactly the same design.
I've seen that one actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is the TARDIS. I love, there's a few things I want to talk about really quickly because we can. Like, there's good TARDISes, there's dodgy TARDISes. Time and relative dimension in space.
Write that down. There's going to be a test next week.
It's in the Nakaran in him. So, there's a couple of things. I love the Daleks. I think the Daleks are like the greatest sci-fi, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you were going to talk about aliens and stuff later.
Oh, no. I have respect for it, and I can't... It's a cheat, but it is one of the best cheats I can think of for having a TV show running as long as it does, is it's written into the plot, changing the actors.
Yeah.
When the actors are over it or they're too old or whatever, it's part of the plot that they have to regenerate and it becomes someone new. And I didn't know anything about Doctor Who because I didn't really. We get a little bit of it in Australia, but not a lot. And when I heard that, I was like, it's a good idea when you wish you'd thought of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's genius.
Yeah.
So this is like this. People know David Tennant's the best Doctor. Tom Baker's. I'm not going to go into any of that. I just want to show some really cool stuff.
Okay.
So we sell these TV comics, right? 9 pence, right?
Mhm.
And the
Not now.
No, now. So this one's November 1976, right? So you've got like extension stories. Now I'm led to believe they did Daleks, and they did a whole story where the enemy of the Doctor
Yep.
becomes the hero in their own comic.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of like when the Doctor's not there, they're good. No, that can't be it.
Is there a villain? Is there sort of a main villain that pops up?
There's the
all the
master.
time?
Yeah,
Okay.
the master. We need to sit you down and educate on the
Yeah,
Doctor a little bit. So
I'm
that's
falling
what I'll
behind.
show you. So this is like the Tom Baker Doctor stuff in the 70s, and this lovely. I love all these comics. And then, have you seen the middle one? Seen the middle one? We talked about it last week. Oh, can you blow? Can you blow? Star
You might have just tuned in.
Trek.
Oh, this is the stuff. Yeah. We're talking about this. Yeah. We didn't get to show this last week, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I love these old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to show you one of the ones I think it's a bit weird. And like you talk about like licensing the stuff when they're successful. So this book is the Doctor Who Discoveries, and it's a book where the Doctor goes and meets all like conquerors throughout history.
Okay.
I think it's a bit educational as well. It's good.
Yeah, I'll teach them the kids. So a little bit of,
Tom Baker again because.
but similar to like Bill and Ted.
Yes.
It's the same sort of thing. They had a phone box in that one as well. Hmm. I think someone should get sued. I'm not going to say I'm bored with Doctor Who. We could keep talking about it.
I'm bored next.
You are bored? All right, cool. $6 Million Man.
So what do you know about $6 Million Man?
Pretty much just from the TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't know if there was anything else. It was just Lee Majors, that sound effect when he jumps.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
The toy was wicked. I think that in a day, we get loads of people in the shop and if you are of a certain age, the ability to be able to remember how to turn his head we will say right, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the arm go up.
Do you know where I've actually seen that before? Yeah. Is in another movie, and this movie will probably resonate with every person watching this. If you're watching this show, you've watched this movie. Did his head just... No, right.
No, I was the engine.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Everyone has seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and pretty much anyone who's watching this video has a similar house to him with the amount of collectibles and everything in it. Yeah. And he has these. But there's a point in the movie which I think of anytime I see an action figure, is when Seth Rogen, who's one of the cool guys, comes in, sees it, and he goes, "Is that the $6 Million Man's boss?"
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
Well, that's like the valuable one.
That's worth a lot of money. That's much more valuable than Steve Austin.
Well, it's the only thing I really know about $6 Million Man is Lee Majors did almost all his own stunts, and he let everyone know it. He was very proud. And earlier on in the TV show, when it wasn't as successful, he would kill the villains. He would just kill the bad guys. He was a good guy. Bad guys show up, he murders them. But when the show started getting popular and he was becoming a role model, they said you can't kill villains anymore. They've all got to go to jail. So
he's come up the bottom. Oh. It is nice artwork, like.
Yeah. I also remember towards the end of the run of the TV show, they tried a different look, and he had those handlebars mustaches. Have you ever seen? Yeah, and they did memorabilia of it, but before the lunchboxes or anything came out, he'd already gotten rid of it. They were like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. So another find, if you're at a swap meet and you see $6 Million Man with like a bikey moustache.
Swap meet is like a toy fair or like a car boot sale or whatever.
Flea market for our American friends.
Yeah. I think it was great. I am amazed they've never done any type of reissue of it, because it seems...
There's always rumours of them making every kind of show. You hear they're going to remake The Fall Guy, or they did Knight Rider and everything. And I heard they were going to do this, and the only thing I remember about reading about that was it was going to be the $6 billion man. Just inflation.
Yeah. I love the chips in the arms. They're little chips in the arms.
What chips in the arms?
In the arms, you lift up the arms and you could roll back the skin, and underneath the skin were chips that you could put in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Okay. Lee Majors. Is Lee Majors still alive?
I don't know.
All right.
Hang on, Google it.
Yeah, wait 1 second.
I just wanna live. Don't really care about the...
Bored.
Oh, bored.
Bored now.
Bored.
Done.
Yeah. Where do you want to go now?
Ponies.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do My Little Ponies. It's been quite a boys' toy kind of night, so let's... My Little Ponies.
I really like My Little Ponies. Women. So, like, when a toy comes in and it's coming from a boy, it's usually chewed, burnt. You know what I mean? When it's
Trolls have no hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. These, like, ladies, you might have had a lot of ponies when you were young. Nowadays, gentlemen like myself and Colin, we like ponies as well. If you're a guy, you like ponies.
I'm a guy.
You're a brony.
Yep.
And then if you're a woman that likes ponies, you're a Pegasister.
Okay. You're giving everyone too much stuff to Google tonight, dude.
Cotton candy, early stuff.
Okay.
But if you are out and about and you find ponies, if they are G1, grab them.
What's G1?
Just the first wave, the 80s wave. the
Oh,
original
right,
wave,
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
The Italian ones you're always looking for, if you can find.
Do they have the year? You know how, like,
Yeah, it's
on
all like
Superman
feet.
figures and stuff, they write...
All on a little foot.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
the early ones have got a flat foot as opposed to concave.
Okay.
They did like the Big Brothers, and then they did a smaller scale. Little bubble ones.
Oh,
they did them with
yeah.
wings.
Yeah, nice.
They did floaty ones in the bath, and then it's weird. I think you are, if you're a G1 pony collector.
Yep.
You are a G1 pony collector, and I think some of the later ponies, in my humble opinion, I am dressed as a turtle, look a bit shit.
Yeah. No, fair enough. This one is based on the original movie Turtles, but the newer Turtles I don't like. I don't think much of the movies, but they're starting to look like monsters.
Yeah, but
Whereas the original cartoon, even the original comics that were quite violent,
Yeah,
they
the
weren't
Turtles.
evil. They were just cool.
I'd like to say the ribbons are really cool and the combs, so we do buy and sell, so if you want to bring some ponies down.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to take this opportunity to mention the most said line ever in this shop. How many, and I don't even need to say it. Every person that comes in, and we love it, I'm not making fun of anyone, but every person that comes in, it's their childhood. It's, they'll walk in, they'll see this, it's a toy they've forgotten, but they will say, I had that, and I want to print t-shirts. My Little Pony reminds me because it says, I had that, I had that, I had that.
It's like...
They sold.
Look. This is another culprit.
Ah.
Right. Same thing. Little
Yeah.
Girls of the 80s, iconic.
Yeah.
And now there's no boundaries, and we have just as many male. It doesn't matter. Male,
No.
female. Like the Rainbow Bright stuff's wicked. The colours, that's as 80s as you're gonna get. That is 80s, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
hair, the colour combinations, I like Rainbow Bright as well.
You do just want to cuddle her. But you see, this happens as everyone gets older. Bit of a bald patch going on.
That's
That's
just
okay.
Don't be mean. I'm bored now.
Yeah, I'm really bored, yeah.
Ponies. Ponies are nice. We love ponies. Should we do something a bit more like... Because...
a bit horror, a bit scary.
More like,
Yeah.
No.
Aliens. Let's do aliens. Alright. And not just aliens, the movie Aliens. So we've got Alien, Aliens, Aliens 3, Alien Resurrection. One cool thing comes to mind. I think there's like Alien versus Predator and
Yeah.
Alien Goes to Market or whatever they did. But what I love, a story from Alien Resurrection, which was like the fourth one, which wasn't the ending I turn off. But the big queen that they have, the giant thing that lays the eggs and everything, I think they lost the plans, like the blueprints to actually make it for the movie. This is back when they were doing practical effects in '98. So they had to hunt down the collector who, like from Prop Store or whatever, who bought the actual puppet. Because
That's brilliant.
they said it's easier to find that and just use that again rather than build another one, because they would have been just watching the movie and just making notes. So
That's brilliant.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
So he would have got a phone call and gone, yeah, my collectibles going back into the movies, you're going to pay me a pile of money. They would have just drove a dump truck of money up to his house.
Up to his house.
So, yeah. But Aliens, the second one, is probably my most favourite, with Bill Paxton and all his cool lines. I've read that most of his lines he's made up just on the spot. And another cool sort of behind the scenes thing is, have you seen Aliens? Yeah. We should probably check this before we start. There's millions, right? When you picture the aliens in Aliens, there's lots. And you can almost picture a shot where there's thousands.
thousands of them somewhere.
Yeah. There was 6 costumes.
Yeah.
It's just movie magic, kids, editing. They just had 6 in one shot, 6 in another shot, and it's just, when you watch it, not Super Troopers,
Space Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
That's awesome. That moment when...
There's boobs in that film.
I love boobs. No.
Baby love boobs. Gays love boobs. Women love boobs.
Everyone loves boobs. That moment where they sort of look over the horizon and like it's pretty much moving.
Yeah.
There's that many bugs. When you get
Really
taken out of a movie, you actually watching it going, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was great. What do you got with Aliens?
Yeah. I love them. Weaver. Sigourney Weaver.
That's another thing. I think it was Wonder Woman came out, which is an awesome movie. It's the only one that DC haven't kind of really messed up. But when that came out, they were like, oh, finally, we've got a strong action hero, a strong female hero lead. And I'm like, has everyone forgotten Aliens?
Yeah.
With Sigourney Weaver.
Done.
Sarah Connor and all that, yeah, but like, oh, dude, it's
She's
been done.
one
Yeah.
tough lad.
Yeah. Not saying that Wonder Woman wasn't, but it has been done before. It's like when Black Panther came out, and they said, oh, we finally got a strong black superhero. It's like, Blade, dude.
Yeah.
It is out there, you're just forgetting, so yeah. Oh, that got a bit political.
Didn't it?
Yeah, no, something for everyone on the show. But no, Aliens was shot here, shot in England.
Yeah, of course.
They had an old power station, which they just reshot. And I'm pretty sure it's the same installation they used for Batman as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And one more thing, and then we can move on.
Okay.
In Aliens, where she's in the big forklift suit,
Yeah. By
the most calls the production company got after that were from companies saying, can we buy these suits? Like, just to use for storage containers and stuff. They go, well, you'd have to take the 9 puppeteers that go with it,
We're there to make
the
it
dudes in these suits behind it, pushing it, you know. So, yeah. And Sigourney Weaver making it look real. So, oh, bored.
Hang on a minute, no.
You're not bored?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, one thing I want to mention about the figures, we haven't even looked at the figures yet. These figures, you got the standard xenomorphs, but then
That's a bull.
it's a bull. Another example where they just went, right, we've done the first run, now let's do...
Why do they make, like, it's an 18 film, yes?
Yeah.
It was an R-rated film.
Yes.
So why are you making a toy for 8-year-old?
Same with Robocop. So they make all these horrific, violent films for grown-ups, and they market it to kids. Why don't they do that anymore?
Ripley.
Yep.
I love these figures.
Yeah. They're cool.
The Queen's wicked, isn't she?
Yeah, the Queen's book. The one I had the most was I had the Xenomorph, just the standard black one.
Yeah.
But I also had what looked like a gorilla one.
They did.
And
Yeah, they did. We got the old. Oh,
no, we sold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whoever bought that,
Well
thanks.
done.
You just
And we
screwed
had
up our show.
And we had the big one as well, didn't we?
Yeah. But no, the little one was like he was like blue, had sort of like gorilla arms and a like a rubber head. So you'd put him in the bathtub or whatever, and then he'd squirt out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like it.
Yep.
I did love that film. Though.
Oh, Aliens is great.
I don't think there's many. I liked, like Riddick and all that type of stuff. Pitch Black, is it?
Yeah. Oh, the Riddick movies actually
They're
really cool. Yeah.
And I think that was like, you can see a lot of the inspiration in Alien in it.
Yeah. My girlfriend's favourite movies is animals eating people. She's an animal surgeon. So Jurassic Park or I'm introduced her to all the Vin Diesel Riddick movies and everything. But Aliens, we're going to go see it. I think it's it's not the rooftop cinema, it's that Experience, the space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they're playing Aliens, so we're going to go see that. But yeah, it's... The sequels were good. Third one I actually liked. I think it got bad reviews because it was directed by that Luke, the French guy. So they thought it got a bit artsy.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I thought it was good. Fourth one was good. Again, it was similar to Back to the Future. The last 5 minutes I don't watch. But
Can we do something else?
Marvel.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
do Marvel. What is there, like 36 Marvel movies now? Spider-Man came out this year, the new Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Would you believe that, like 10 years ago, if someone said a Spider-Man movie was coming out, most people would go to see it because Iron Man's in it? It's just... I knew of Marvel. I knew Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
which is a really good film. If you look really close in a couple of scenes... I'm actually going to show a clip. Let's show a clip. It is terrible. But Thor, there's a story which I laughed a lot at from the first Thor movie, where there's that iconic bit where he just walks out tanked, just ripped, greased, and everything. That scene they were going to shoot that day, and the director went, "Oh, I've been thinking about this, and it might make the film a bit silly. We might not do the shirtless thing." And Hemsworth just went, "Oh, we're doing it." I've worked out for 11 months. We're doing it. You can cut it later. Wasn't cut.
I love Marvel. I love the concept of everything they did. The early days when I think they were like like sort of like romantic novels or stuff like that, and then the superheroes came later.
Oh, I didn't know that. Romantic novels, Marvel did romantic.
I think they did all sorts of stuff like detective thing, and then they sort of moved into the superhero genre and stuck with it. I know at one point in the 90s, I believe, maybe either DC or the Marvel were like using each other's distribution chains because the comic industry was on his arse.
Yeah.
I think it's had a resurgence in the last
in the
couple of
90s,
years.
Marvel couldn't give away their characters. It was that's why 20th Century owned X-Men up until Marvel. Disney bought Marvel and then 20th Century, but all Marvel was really doing was Blade and
Let's do
everything.
all the toys we saw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Spider-Man,
Yep.
we've talked about it.
Yep.
The UK release, little switch on the back so you can have a little fight. The rest of the world didn't have that.
Oh,
That's the
well, that is just for here, the UK.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
pretty cool. This one, you talk about these. I don't know very
Yeah,
well.
they just used to have all sorts of stuff. Used to have things like this. Used to have the Batmans where they would come down in a little
Parachute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. I love the Toy Biz stuff from the 90s. My favourite of all, because we're talking about toys, Toy Show, and you can talk about the films, but I want to talk about toys.
Okay.
Where is that one?
So I will say I have a lot of respect for the movies because they, in 2008, they made Iron Man and they've set up the next 36 films. And it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't just like making sequels to the Ninja Turtles movies or something. There are Easter eggs in the original movie. They had planned it that far ahead. And just from a filmmaking point of view.
Genius.
Yeah. Like with The Mummy. Remember The Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
Yep.
When I heard this, I got really mad. The original concept was Brendan Fraser fighting monsters, not just the Mummy. So he'd fight the Mummy in the first one, and the sequel was meant to have Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I've been waiting my whole life for. Then Dracula and Frankenstein. But the Mummy made too much money. So they went, let's just make a Mummy 2. They made a Mummy 2, made a lot of money. Mummy 3 made nothing. Brendan Fraser did a couple of weird looks at a Emmys night or something, so he just disappeared. But then they're trying it again with the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to go ahead. I don't know why they started again with the Mummy. Like, Tom...
I know. They should have gone Creature in the Black Lagoon, Werewolf.
Yeah. Creature from the Black Lagoon should have been first.
Yeah.
Or even anything else, but the Mummy should have been third or fourth in the run. Just so... Because we were just bored with it.
I love what Marvel have done with the universe.
Yep.
However, my childhood, without a doubt, is Secret Wars.
Oh.
So this was the run in the 80s.
Yeah, see, another... Oh.
They all get sucked up to one planet and they used to have one massive whip-ass fight. It's wicked.
With each other.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And first of all, they think...
Well, like Civil War, they all just fight each other.
Yeah, like honest, and they basically say, if you don't fight each other, you're all going to die.
Yeah.
We'll kill you anyway.
It's like
So that
Captain Kirk and Spock in that one episode,
all that.
yeah.
But like the figures, I love them. I think
They do look good.
Mattel did ace. Like, yeah, they were flying with E-Man.
Yeah,
at
they're
the time
good.
Anyway.
They're good.
They're really good. And you get a little
I noticed
shield and stuff.
I noticed in the 80s and then figures to the 90s and after that got a little bit fitter because in the 80s they'd have a 4-pack.
Yeah.
You ever noticed that? And then every figure after the 80s has a 6-pack.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wonder if they use sort of the same mould because that's the same as the Batmans I love and the Supermans I love. It's just sort of like, oh. I had one of them. Yeah.
Are we done for this week?
I think that's it.
Next
Yeah.
week?
Next week.
Should we just surprise them?
Yeah. I was just about to say what it is. No, I wasn't. I've completely forgotten, but I'm pretending I know. So,
We'll see you all next week. Thank you for coming to see us.
thank you.
Oh, I'm sliding up. No, it's like, you know. So basically, I'm just like.